Yo, can everybody hear me? I, ba- I barely made it, man. I just got out of the shower. I did like a quick 10-minute shower, man. I finished running really quick, came over here. Nice, cool. Can I talk about Tesla? Sure, bro. I'll talk about anything you guys want me to talk about. Nice, cool. I'm happy everybody can hear. Let's give it like another minute or two to see if more people want to join, but uh I gotta I gotta put on a shirt, man, or something, because I'm like, good, you got a shower, people smell. I gotta put on I'm like completely naked, bro. So I gotta put on a shirt, put on some deodorant or something. Quant, Tony, people a lot. People think this coin will be a 10K plus coin. What do you think, is it a dream? What are your thoughts? That all depends on the market cap, I think. I don't know what the market cap is. I don't know what the market cap of Quant is, but what is it called? If Quant's market cap is low, I mean, it could definitely be like a multiple $1,000 coin. I don't see why not. I'm gonna open a I'm gonna do an OnlyFans, man, and I'm gonna start giving a bunch of like what is it called? I'm gonna open up an OnlyFans and just post nothing but toilet pictures and stuff like that for you guys. I'll try to keep it PG. I tend to I tend to put some what is it called? We tend to get a little bit PG-13 in the Telegram. If you're part of the Patreon, then you know the Telegram is where it's at. So it's like, pretty fun. 2 billion plus market cap on Quant. Oh yeah, dude. I think Quant can easily do a 10x from there. Quant, that's a low market cap. I think Quant competes with XRP, Stellar. I think I don't know. I think personally, I prefer Stellar Lumens. I think Stellar Lumens is probably going to be the preference for banks. I hold a bag of Stellar Lumens. I actually don't hold any XRP. So here's the thing. Here's my theory, right? My theory on XR and the whole, because the only way that Quant actually becomes successful is if XRP fails, and the only way that Quant becomes successful is if XRP fails and Stellar Lumens fails, because Stellar Lumens already has like a nice what is it called? Stellar Lumens already has a head start. I'm gonna turn on the AC, so it's kind of it's hot, man. I hope you guys can still hear me. I turned on my air conditioner. I hope you guys can still hear me pretty clearly. But yeah, I think the only way that Quant actually ends up being like multiple thousands of dollars is that if you have XRP fail and then you have Stellar Lumens fail. I think that's like the major catalyst, I think. Um, and like I said, going back to my theory, right? It's XRP is in the whole lawsuit with the government and everything. There's two ways that can happen here, right? Either XRP wins and XRP moons, and then so does every single other essentially crypto at its core, it's a payment crypto, right? So you have the sector of XRP and Stellar Lumens and Quant. I think you have like Tron in there and like a bunch of other ones. But here's the thing: if XRP actually ends up losing, there's nowhere else to go but Stellar Lumens or Quant. So now you have both starting to rally. Um, and that's what I think of. I think Quant will do extremely well. I think it has a small market cap. I think 2 billion is small for Quant. I definitely think it can have a $20 billion market cap in the current um total market cap of the crypto market, right? I do not think that Quant at its current place competing with everybody else will have like a $200 billion market cap. So Quant, I think, is great. I don't think it'll be $200 billion market cap and essentially 100x from here in the state of crypto that we are in. I think it's possible a couple years down the line, maybe in the next uh maybe in the next bull run. But I do think Quant is a good coin. Like I would buy a bag just in case. Like those are my thoughts. I would probably buy Quant just in case. But I'm not saying it's bad. I'm thinking it's like I'm thinking it's a good crypto. It's a good project. Um, But yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I'll talk about SPY. I'll talk about everything right now. I mean, really, the only reason I actually came on at 3:30 is because I want to see Bitcoin close. I want to see Bitcoin close at 4 o'clock p.m. That's going to be a very good indication of what direction we might see this week, not only on the SPY but on the, like the full stock market, the full crypto market. Sorry guys, let me get situated. I actually just put on my I just put on my shirt. So let's go back a little bit to the chat and see where everybody else is at right now. Um dude, let me just catch up on everything. Talk about Tesla, sure, Tesla, uh, Quant. I went a little bit on a rant on Quant a little bit, but I hope that helped. Can I get your thoughts on Floki Inu? It has partnerships with loads of football clubs. I don't think Floki Inu is gonna be anything. The same thing with Shiba. The same thing with Doggy. They're all meme coins, man. Like at the end of the day, you should only be if you're investing in Floki, if you're investing in Shiba Inu, if you're investing in Doggy, you got to understand that they're all meme coins at the end of the day. Like you should not rely on that being a actual like successful project. Like there's no way you should like put your money into Floki expecting it to be like a successful project long term. It makes no sense at all. You know what is Floki at? I mean, you had like a nice little run up, but what is? Well, oh, never mind. Sorry, that's a 30 minute. Where are we at right here? Floki pops, peak high. I mean, how much is it? How much is Floki actually? Yeah, I mean, Floki should be Floki should be your like. It's up. I mean, I would buy it as fool's insurance to be honest. I'd buy it for fool's insurance. I don't think Floki's going anywhere. I don't think Doggy's gonna be anything. I don't think Shiba Inu's gonna be anything. It's all fool's insurance, man. You can't expect, you can't expect Floki. You can't expect Shiba Inu, Saitama token, or Saitama, or what are these other ones? Fluffy. You can't expect these coins to be like a real thing. You guys got to stop thinking like that. Like it's cool because it's a bag, right? It's cool because you can potentially make a lot of money on them, right? I made a crap ton of money on Doggy. I made a lot of money on Shiba Inu. Um, right now, my next fool's insurance play is going to be loading up on a bunch of Dog Elon, or what is it, Elon? I think it's called Elon, right? Dog Elon, well, yeah, Dog Elon. Yeah, like I'd basically be buying right now for Dog Elon. But again, it's all fool's insurance, man. Like it's all fool's insurance. This is not something that you should put all of your money in, expecting it to be like a lifelong project. Like it does not work that way. You should not be, buying Shiba Inu or Doggy or Floki or Fluffy or whatever, and expecting it to have a higher market cap than Bitcoin or Ethereum. Like that's really it. Like that's what you should expect, and you should throw your money in it, you know, expecting to lose it, right? That's what fool's insurance is, and I don't know how else to tell everybody, right? So I mean, where is Doggy? We'll look at Doggy really quick, then we'll look at the SPY because I actually want to look at the S&P 500 and see how it's like doing and stuff. Doggy, I think Doggy's gonna dump. I mean, I still see. Usually, when you have a big wick down like this, right? So you have this huge wick. Same thing happened with Bitcoin. Usually, when you have a wick down like this, is you go up, you retest somewhere up here. I actually overshot it, right? It actually went here, traded sideways. But I actually think you're gonna shoot back down. I think you're more than likely gonna go back to like 15 cents. I think Doggy's gonna go lower. I would not be surprised to see Doggy a lot lower than it is right now. I think Doggy more than likely will keep dropping. I mean, whether you like that or not, it's just what the TA shows, right? Like when I try to do TA, I try to make it super unbiased. Um, so whether or not I hold a position, like I can say that like PayPal, right? I'll be like, oh, PayPal's gonna drop to like $1, and I hold like a $50,000 position, right? So I mean, I'll be unbiased, but it just sucks because that's just what the TA says is all. Do you think Costco has enough consolidation for a decent breakout? Costco, I don't know, man. I haven't seen Costco. Costco is always just gonna go up, man. I look at that, dude. How does everybody not just buy Costco and look at that, look at that. See, perfect breakout on the strategy. Look at that. As soon as it broke here, You would have bought entry. You would have entered right here at the close at 481. You would have held for what? 1, 2, 3 weeks before you hit your first TP. Second TP the next week. Third TP the next week after that. Look at that. This is a perfect breakout strategy play. This is like perfect right here. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say I don't like doing TA on tickers like this. Um, but it's Costco, dude. It's Costco. It's Microsoft. It's Apple. For the most part, they're always gonna go up. There's no reason for Costco or Walmart or Apple to ever like drop down hard. I think Costco's gonna keep rallying, man. I would not be surprised to see Costco at like, I don't know, man. It might break these highs of what? What was the high? 560.78. 561.27. Yeah, it's gonna go higher. I mean, it broke the high from November 29. So there's no reason for me to think that it's not gonna overshot. There's no reason for me to think that it's not gonna overshoot it. I don't know. Like you know, a pretty conservative area would be 595, maybe within a month or so. So I mean, don't be surprised if you see Costco in a month, like somewhere around this area. Like, do not be surprised to see Costco in like if you come back to Costco in like a month or two, don't be surprised to see it like don't be surprised to see Costco somewhere like right here. Like, what would that even net you from right now? Let's go middle, like a 6%. Like, I mean, it's not a huge gain, but it's stability, right? That's what Costco is. Costco is stability. Like, if Costco goes to that area in like another month or two, like, don't be surprised. Yo, what you think about Bitcoin? I think Bitcoin's gonna keep. I don't know. I feel like Bitcoin might have found the bottom. That's what I'm kind of sort of feeling, but I don't know yet. Don't know yet. Like Bitcoin is what am I? Oh wait, what am I doing here? Got to use the arrow. There we go. So Bitcoin, see, it's still just kind of trailing upwards, right? Like it's not, it didn't break trend yet, so it's still in scenario one where it's kind of trailing up to the upside, right? It didn't retest all the way, but it still went up here. Is it? I don't know. It's kind of been trading sideways. Look at that. If you look at that 1 hour, right? You drop from close 50K to 50K where we are right now. Yeah, I mean, I would not be surprised to see Bitcoin, somewhere maybe around 53K soon. I don't know. I like Bitcoin right now, right? Look at that. We closed the week bear week, right? More than likely we're gonna close a week bear week. We did the same thing on the week of September 27th before you shot up, right? On that close, that was it. That was the start of the rally, and then boom, what happened? You went from 48K to 68K. You did 20K in like a month. So we're in that same exact spot, and we're also on support on the stochastic from back here on September 14, 2020. So we're essentially in the same area from here to here, here to here. I mean, well, actually, you know what? Let's see what that is. That is actually pretty interesting. I did not think about that. Where are we at here? How much did we run up? You ran up 54K in 196 days from that same spot. What if we did that again? Right? Let's go with like we'll do the low. We'll do like the support. So 196 days, 54K. So if we end up running the same amount from the last run up here to here, it'll put us at 100K Bitcoin. Do I think that's gonna happen? My price target is closer to 84K for Bitcoin. Um, but that's not a bad move, right? You're basically doing a full 100% in like a little bit more than half a year, right? Or yeah, like half a year essentially. By next year, by next year June, like the end of June, you know, we can see 100K Bitcoin if everything plays out really well. because you would see a similar run from like this, just starting like now, kind of. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. I think Bitcoin might close the bottom in 15 minutes. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. That's why I'm going live right now because we might actually see Bitcoin do something pretty fun in the next like the next 15 minutes, really. Cost 600 end of year since Tony did breakout strategy. I've been on calls. Breakout strategy. I've been yeah. Costco's doing great, man. I think Costco can definitely see 600 by end of year. I would put it more like around to be safe. I'd do more like January, but I wouldn't be surprised if Costco hits 600 bucks in another month or so. It's a lot, man. Yo, what's happening with GME? Oh wait up. What is this? How far down did I go? Tony, we love you. I love you more, outrageous. He's like one of my favorite people right now, man. Outrageous is like shout out to Outrageous though. He like saved he I was setting up a strong node, right? So I set up a strong node right here. I don't know if I'm actually giving away like is this sensitive information? I hope not. But this is my I set up a strong node. I'm debating if I should so a strong node, if you guys don't know, it pays you out like three strong tokens every single month. I don't know, but I was setting this node up right, um, for like passive income, whatever. And I actually thought I sent all my funds to like something random, and then Outrageous came on the Telegram chat from the Patreon and stuff, and he was like, "Yo, like you got to do this first." And there's no video out there on YouTube that says you have to add strong to your MetaMask. So I freaked out for a little bit, and he came in and helped. So big shout out to Outrageous because he's like my best friend right now, or my best friend overall. Yo, what's happening with GME and AMC? Been dropping hard. It's just, I mean, if the market drops, you should expect AMC and GME to drop, man. And an easier even tell is it's been on a downtrend for a little bit, right? So watch, I'll show you. So even worse on GameStop is you actually ended up breaking long-term trend, right? Look at this. GameStop looks ugly right now. Look at that. You broke trend that started back in January 11th, right? You broke it. And not only did you break it, you closed a full bear candle on the week. So, it looks ugly, dude. GameStop looks ugly, AMC looks ugly. It's one of those things where it's like, you got to start being smart of where you think GameStop can potentially drop to, right? And for the very first time on the weekly, it closed under the 50 MA. Look at that. That's disgusting, dude. GME and AMC look so bad right now. What's the monthly look like? Yeah, look at that. Fresh bear candle on the monthly. So if you close December bearish, I can see GME back at $100. So any of you guys if anybody right now is back holding GameStop, if you start closing candles above 150, I can easily guess that you're gonna see $100 easily. GameStop and AMC look really shitty right now. I'll tell you guys that right now. GameStop and what is it called? GameStop and AMC and a lot of basically the meme tokens like look super ugly. Quant has so much going for it, bro. Not just for banks, it connects every crypto and somewhat similar chain link, but on steroids. I don't think Quant is bad. I think Quant is good, but I think the perception right now is that Quant is the competitor to Stellar Lumens, which is XLM, and XRP, right? So I think everybody is looking at Quant at face value, which is just a competition to XRP and Stellar. Um, I think Quant is great. I think Quant can do extremely well. Um, but I think it needs more people need to understand what Quant actually does because as of right now, everybody just kind of perceives it as a payment crypto. That's kind of it, to be honest. Everybody that I've talked to that I ever asked Quant about, they just think that it's being used for payments or as a replacement for XRP, which is not good, right? The perception needs to change, and that's the real issue. Apart from that, I would definitely buy a bag of Quant just to have it because um, I think Quant can definitely do a 10x from here, 100%, dude. 100%. 100 times asking your thoughts on Rari. Rari. What is Rari? Rari USD? Rari? Oh shit, it's actually a real thing. Oh damn, this looks ugly. Rari looks ugly. What would I do here? What does a day look like? Daily looks ugly. I mean, you might see a run up to like $17 again. Um, yeah, I would not buy Rari. I don't know if this would be, I don't know what this does. But just on TA, it's just on TA alone, I'd be shorting this. Like I'd be using Rari to basically just short. Like the chart looks ugly, dude. I would not buy this at all. Like not I wouldn't waste my money on Rari. I don't know what it does, but I would not put too much money into Rari. I don't think it might, just looking at the chart, right? Just looking at TA, it doesn't look like it's gonna do anything. Um, what crypto stocks are you buying tomorrow? I'm buying more Bitforms because I think that has the biggest chance of doing the highest multiples. Um, and I would probably buy Riots to be a little bit on the safer side. I do think Riot is a really good company. And while their multiples are not as high as other companies or other crypto like mining stocks when Bitcoin runs up, I think it's more of a stable play. Um, so if Bitfarms can run to $10 and then crash to $6 if Bitcoin does a big move, right? But Riot will go from $40 to $30. So I think I might split it maybe like 60-40, where I put 60% of my funds on Bitfarms and then the other 40 on Riot. Um, but that's probably what I'm buying tomorrow. More Bitfarms and then um, what is it called? More Bitfarms and more riots for my crypto stocks. Look at that, dude. We talked about this. And also, where did I forgot where I posted this, but I think it was in the Telegram chat um for stocks. Um, like we saw this thing pump over. We saw this thing pump like hold up, like right here, and I'm like, this thing is gonna go parabolic, and you see it run up like exaggeratedly. This was an easy call on Apple, man. Super easy call. I think Apple's gonna keep running though. To be honest, I don't need to. I don't need to do TA on Apple. I think it's gonna keep running. Um, I think there's a really strong chance that you see Apple at like $200 in like another month or so, possibly sooner. Everything on Apple is bullish. I don't need to do TA. I don't want to waste. I'm not gonna waste my time on Apple just because it's gonna keep running up. There's no reason for me to think that it's not. Yeah, it already hit second TP or price target. Sorry, it already hit second price target. So yeah, I don't need to do TA on Apple. It's gonna keep going up. Apple's gonna keep running. Fool's insurance game for real, dude. Always, if you guys have money if you guys have like extra cash, always do Fool's insurance, man. It pays off a lot of the times. You said in the Telegram that last time BTC had a 3 week bear cycle, we rallied to 69K. Given how small the weekly move up this week, do you think we could still repeat that pattern? I don't think we would run up 69,000 like dollars. I think what's going on right now with Bitcoin is the starts of the creation of the bottom. Um, and I got to make myself clear on that, right? Because I feel like, I feel like a lot of people are saying like, oh, we're going to see another like 50K move or whatever. No, I think right now, what's going to happen in 5 minutes is they're going to close a weak bear candle, right? Which basically means that you're going to have, you're closing on weaker bear momentum. And that's what we want. We want to see weaker momentum on the bear side for Bitcoin, right? So it doesn't mean that we're going to immediately shoot up. It's just the first confirmation of, hey, this might possibly be the bottom of Bitcoin. After this closes in 5 minutes, I would be perfectly fine starting to open positions at this level, right? Anywhere between 51K or 52K Bitcoin to like 46K Bitcoin. I would be perfectly fine starting to open positions on literally any crypto right now. and you're also touching the 50 MA. So, you know, historically, what's happened every single time you've done on the 50 MA, right? Close to 50 MA, you wick down on the 50 MA. Look at that on the weekly, right? Historically, every single time, you have a really good indication of what's going on. But as of right now, if we close in 5 minutes weak, like bearish, then I think this can be the start of the bottom of Bitcoin. So you got to wait and see, because I mean, look what's going on right now. You started that nice move, right? You're starting a nice little run up, but again, you broke downtrend from what, December 7th, which is pretty good. Actually, let's zoom in a little bit more. So look at that, right? You broke downtrend that started back on December 7th. You're consistently in like a nice little uptrend right here, right? So actually, let's do this like that. We'll do this here because we're using the 4 hour, but you're still consistently running, right? As long as you don't break this downtrend, you won't come back and retest 48K. If you break this downtrend right here, there's a really strong chance you'll go down to 48K. And then if you touch this, there's a stronger chance you'll go down, right? So you want to stay on trend. um, but I think as of right now, I think Bitcoin is starting to show really good signs of, being sort of stable and creating bottoms. But again, I really just want to see in the next 3 minutes Bitcoin close a weak bear candle right there. It's just the first confirmation that we need of a lot of many. Bro, look at all these fucking super chats, bro. Good to hear the lives all the time. Shout out to Outrageous and Flair, learning from them too. Yeah, dude, Outrageous and Flair have been doing really well in the chat, dude. Super big shout out to them. always shout out to Danny, bro. Danny's doing fucking fantastic, bro. Flair too. Flair and Outrageous, dude. They definitely help a lot in the chat. Always keep it warm. Always super, super cool, man. Outrageous helped me with my strong node, and then Flair has been doing super cool. Like just everybody's just active, dude. Everybody's just super active on what is it called? Um, everybody's super active on the Telegram, bro. I love it. I love being just like going in, and there's like 50 messages that I gotta go through and stuff. It's like super dope, man. I love everybody that's there. Um, let me let me catch up because there's like what did I miss? Uh, Pray for Kentucky. They got nuked. What? What do you mean Kentucky got nuked? CME gaps crazy. Costco crazy. Pray for Kentucky. They got. What do you mean? What? No way. Kentucky got nuked. What do you think about Doggy Coin, Tony? I think it's gonna go down. Tony, what are you doing for the remainder of the crypto bull run? I still think we have cycles. This isn't like the stock market just yet. What are you buying? What's your plan? As of right now, I am starting to load up more on positions. In 1 minute, basically, um, we're gonna have Bitcoin officially close a weak bear week, and that's exactly what we want. We want we want Bitcoin to show weak signs of bear momentum. Actually, let's do this live. Let's see where. Let's see this. Let's see how exactly it changes and it moves. Right. We're gonna see this thing. You're gonna see a new candle get created right now in like the next couple. There you go. Right there. Congratulations, everybody. We officially closed a weak bear week candle on Bitcoin, which is the very first confirmation that we need. Let's go, dude. Everybody. So VBS. I like VBS. I'm gonna start staking my crow through VBS. I meant the run from 38K to 69K, not a 69K run. Yeah, I think it's possible, man. I think as of right now, like Flair was saying, right? 4 minutes to close. I think we have to use these historical closes as an indication of what Bitcoin is going to do. And I think Bitcoin as of right now, I think we're in a steady pace to create these bottoms to like keep running to the upside, right? If I had to take a really quick guess, I'd say as of right now, um, I would be completely okay adding to positions right now for all of crypto, right? See, we just closed. You close that week there. Now we have to come back next Sunday and make sure that we close something similar, right? This bear candle has to be weaker and it has to stay dark blue like this. Um, so keep in mind, like this is really steady. This is really steady movement for Bitcoin. Like this is exactly what we want Bitcoin to do, right? And I don't want to like come to any like conclusions or whatever. Do not be surprised if this is the bottom for Bitcoin, right? Like, do not be surprised if right now what we just saw is the bottom of Bitcoin. Don't be surprised. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say. What does this mean? Does this mean altcoins are gonna be on a rally? It means that crypto might be strong again overall. That's what it means. It means that the crypto market as a whole is gonna be strong, right? Look at that. If I would have taken this trade, I would have been. Oh, actually, no, I wouldn't have been. I wouldn't have been stopped out yet. I would be stopped out at 471.28. So I wouldn't have been stopped out at. But I mean, it broke trend, right? Yeah, Spy is crazy, dude. Spy does not care about anything or anyone. Spy can keep running hard, and it's not gonna give a crap about anything. Yeah, I think so. So what this means basically is if you start seeing signs of Bitcoin, having really strong bull momentum, it's time to start loading up on altcoins, right? I like Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's fantastic. Um, but dude, I don't think the returns on Bitcoin are going to be as big as other stuff, right? That's obvious. Those are obvious observations, right? Like let's see where other cryptos are. Let's look at Crow, right? Look at Crow. Crow's at 60. Crow's been consistently running up since a couple of days ago. Like Crow's doing really good. Crow's doing really, really good, right? Perfect entry on Crow would have been here at 57 cents. You would have already been up, but it looks like it's probably going to come down and retest trend. Like I think Crow's going to be, doing. I like Crow, right? I think Crow's doing really well. I think Crow's fantastic long term. Um, but as of right now, Bitcoin looks good. I'll tell you guys that right now. Bitcoin looks pretty good, and I would not be surprised to see Bitcoin at a bottom right now. And I actually, you know what? I actually think Bitcoin's going to rally pretty soon again. I think Bitcoin's going to move again. I mean, if we look at the hour, obviously we got to wait for confirmation, right? But I think you might see Bitcoin maybe, maybe come down and retest and then run up, right? Or possibly from here, just run up. But Bitcoin looks good. I think Bitcoin is perfectly okay right now. Everything is still bullish-ish, right? That's what we want from Bitcoin. We want to see Bitcoin stay strong here. If it breaks trend, there's a strong chance we go back to 48K. But I think Bitcoin looks pretty strong. Yo, Tony, I sold my doggy and put that money into Bitcoin. Um, I mean, I think that was okay. I would prefer to have money in doggy just because I think that there's a stronger chance that your doggy money can potentially double over Bitcoin. Because where Bitcoin's at right now, you would need it to go to 100K for it to get a full 100%, right? That's the crazy part is that I'm not saying Bitcoin is bad. I think Bitcoin works like the S&P 500, where if you want to be stable, then great, add your money in Bitcoin. But if you want to see big returns, then you got to start putting your money into like I don't want to say meme coins, but put it into like Matic. Even put it into like I don't well, not even ADA. Put it into Ethereum. Put it into other stuff, right? It's gonna be very hard for you to double or triple your money with Bitcoin, right? That's kind of it. Sand. Oh yeah, where's all the metaverse plays at? I hold a pretty nice bag of Gala, so I'm hoping that I'm hoping that it runs up. Sand is doing Yeah, Sand's doing okay, right? Perfect entry on Sand would have been back here at $5, right? You would have been up like 10% right now. So perfect entry right here at the close, $5, right? Stochastic at lows, red bubble. You would have entered right here at $5 on Sand. I think it's a good chance that you keep running to the upside. What you wanted to do is you want to have it keep running trend. So as of right now, yes, I am bullish on Sand. As far as what my TP is, I don't know, dude. I don't know what my target price would be on Sand right now. It would all depend. I mean, I think there's a really good chance of running to. Oh, actually, I did it backwards. Sorry. I think Sand is probably going to go to. If I had to take a quick TP guess or a quick price target, I'd say it's going back to $7 and like 50 cents, probably somewhere around this area. Because usually the point 0.2 level on the fib is a really good retest area. So if I had to guess, I'd say from here to like 7, like 50, really good chance that it runs up back here. I think from here, yeah, you could possibly see like this way, but I think overall you're probably gonna see it back at like 750 eventually. I'm definitely not bearish on Sand. I definitely see it running up, but if it breaks this trend, it's gonna go back down to like $4, or at least to retouch the 50 MA. But Sand looks good. I'm telling you, as long as Bitcoin is doing well, everything else is gonna do well. That's why really you only need TA on Bitcoin. You only need Bitcoin to do well. Let's see where's everybody else at. Matic has been stagnant this week. Hopefully the Coinbase announcement comes out sooner. I wouldn't say, well, I mean, yeah, for the week probably, but Matic has literally been the only thing that's run up since everything like took a hit, right? Like Matic has literally been like Matic touched almost it touched where's the high? Almost $2.60, right? Like everything's been down. I wouldn't call this run stagnant. For the week it's been sideways, but I mean, look at that. On the daily, look at this. On the daily, you have an almost another bullish trigger on the daily. So, I would not be surprised to see Matic up here. I think I like Matic, right? You guys know that Matic is one of my favorite projects ever. I think Matic is the better version of Ethereum. If Ethereum is gas, then Matic is electricity. I think that Matic is going to do extremely well in the future, and I'm loading my bags on Matic. I think Matic is a great project. And Coinbase, if anybody did not know this, Coinbase is a huge investor in Matic, the Polygon network. And people did not know this. Matic is a huge investor in the Matic network. I don't think 40K breaks, bro. We went to 42, I believe. The whales don't want this to. And just yet, it's obvious. This was just a correction in the bull market. I wouldn't say I'm completely against um, Bitcoin dropping to 40K. I still think it's possible. I mean, I still think Bitcoin can go lower, right? It's never we never truly know. I think the only way that I'm actually like really bearish is if you see the monthly close bear, right? So you already have signs of the monthly closing bearish for December. If December closes bearish, then I think we're going to like 40K, you know, to be completely honest, right? It's just what TA shows. If by December 31st, this green bubble goes live, I think we're going to go back down to 42K, 40K, something like that. It's just, it's just, I don't want to say it's common sense, but it's just TA, dude. It's just what the TA shows. So the only way that I'm bearish on Bitcoin is if you close a month bearish for December. After that, I think everything's going to shit. I'll be honest, right? If we close the month of December bearish, then I think the whole crypto market's going to shit. And I'd be pretty scared at that point. I might sell positions just to be safe or whatever, but it's crazy, man. Only up from here, man. Maybe. I'm not 100% bullish until the weekly gives me another bullish close on the week, right? So let's look at historically. Let's look at Bitcoin does on the what Bitcoin does on the weekly, right? So But you can use it as an example. I mean, if you have the reverse MACD and everything, let's go to what happens on the weekly, right? So you close a week bullish there, week bullish here, week bullish, week bullish, week bullish, week bullish, right? So at every single instance of a weak bull close, let's extend this to make it a little bit easier, right? But on average, look how much you run, right? So I would rather be a little bit late than early. So look what happens, right? You run here, and then you go to highs of right there. You do a 40% run, right? The next week, like the next bull week close, right? You run. You go to highs of you do a 298% gain, right? Right here. You run from lows of here, and then you go to highs of you do a 50% gain. Again, right here, right? You close a bull week, close, and then you do high it's getting too many things going on, right? Hold up. Let me get this out of here. Right? So right here, close here, you go from lows of here to highs of there. So that was a smaller gain of what? 27%, right? The next time you close a week here, right? Bull week, you run to highs of here, 50% gain, right? We'll delete that. Also, you close a bull week here, we'll do it for like the mid, like the bottom, right? You run up to here, you do a 40% gain. So statistically, it would have been impossible for you not to make money if you bought when there were like early signs of the week closing bullish, right? Statistically, you would have made money every time. Obviously, you're late because you're buying like around here, right? You should have bought these lows, but every single time you actually had indication of, what's going on, like why, how are you actually, you know, projecting these lows, right? And I hate that I'm gonna probably extend this out because that way we can all see what's going on. But look what happened, right? Perfect entry would have been when you started creating these weak bear, when you started closing these weak bear weeks, right? Here. Again, same thing. Weak bear weeks, entries would have been right here, right? Let's go up a little bit higher. Let's go right here. Nope, gotta move this lower, right? Entry, weak bear week right here on Bitcoin. You would have gotten your position right here. Entry would have been right here, would have ran up, right? Same thing back here. Weak bears, you would have run it all the way to up here. It's just statistically right now, you should be starting to get into your crypto positions right now. That's what you should be doing. You should be starting to enter your positions on crypto again. I'm not saying we're gonna like dump or anything. It's just statistically the weekly on the reverse MACD has never been wrong, right? You've always come out on top. Like and and it took a very long time for me to like build this out, right? To find all the settings, to figure out what's going on, to run it up on like certain plays and stuff. Like, but if all you're using is the reverse MACD and like the Stoke to get entries, you should be doing it on the weekly. You'll never lose money. You'll always make at least 20 to 40 to 50% by just listening to the weekly. So if you guys are on Patreon and if you guys have access to it, then you guys better start listening to the weekly. Let me see. Have you found any benefit of using extended hours to find levels for support and resistance rather than just finding them on the regular trading hours? Um, Not really. I don't think that the what is it called? I don't think that that after hours trading really gives a lot of good for me personally, right? I don't think I have a lot of good support and resistance from after hours trading or pre-market. strictly because I add my support and resistance on the weekly, so it doesn't really matter for after hours. I think after hours trading would matter intraday. So if you're trading like you're day trading or you're trading through a couple of days, if you're using like the 1 hour, 4 hour daily chart, then maybe. Um, but if you're doing like me, who adds his support and resistance on the weekly chart, after hours doesn't really matter because you're basing your support and resistance on open and closes on the candles, and not really open and closes. You're basing them off the wicks. So for me personally, it wouldn't matter, and I wouldn't know how to answer that question because I don't really trade intraday, right? I don't really do a lot of intraday trading. My swing trades can last a very long time. So I hope that answers your question, dude. I haven't seen you in a while, man. It's good to have you back, bro. You're my best friend too, Elon, bro. I'm gonna start an OnlyFans, and you're gonna be like my only sub on there. You're gonna have free access. Can you do a stock support for a stock, for an example? Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Let's look at Tesla. I haven't seen Tesla in a while. Let's look at stochastic resistance. Let's go here. So here, perfect example of what you guys can actually look at, right? So let's look at Tesla, right? You have an obvious trend on the daily right here, right? You got a nice little trend going right here, a nice trend on the daily. Look at that. Boom. Nice little trend. But you're thinking to yourself, oh, Tesla's going up. Where should I start buying, right? Where are my entry points? Um, the first obvious answer is your entry points should be when price is close or touching trend, right? So you would have had multiple entry points right here if you wanted to play Tesla. Where's my? Here you go. Right. So obviously you're not going to enter here because you haven't created that trend here, right? You would have actually entered. You would have started to enter, like here or in this area, probably again right here, and this would have probably been your last entry right there for Tesla. But also, how would you know where to actually, set up like if it's stable or not on the stochastic, right? It's really easy. You just use the same where's my horizontal, right? You see how there's like support here on the stochastic right here, like around this level. So it's the same way as um it's the same thing you do on the chart but on the stochastic, right? So look at this. Look at this level, this 4038 level in the Stoke. Look at this level right here, right? So if I get out of the way, you can see that's been a pretty stable level on the stochastic for Tesla, right? Look, right? Retest right here, retest right here. It ran up. It didn't break that trend, right? Again, there's multiple instances where that happens, right? Here, here, again, here. It's bouncing up, and then probably going to come back down. So there's a lot of instances where you can use it to your advantage. And again, watch, we'll do it again. If you put it up like right, if you set it up like right here, same thing, right? You have another you have another instance of support right here or resistance, right? Support, support, resistance up here, right? And you can use this on different time frames. Like it's you're literally doing the same thing that you do on the chart, but on the stochastic. It's not that hard. You're doing the same thing, right? Let's go on the weekly. This would probably be a better. This will probably give you a better idea of what's going to happen. But I mean, you can do like multiple things, right? So if I put if I put some sort of resistance or market structure here, right? Like where do you have those pointages, right? You have here. You have market structure right there. Market structure right here. Market structure right here, right? Market structure right here. So, with that being said, you can maybe assume that on the weekly, you might have Tesla, right? You might have Tesla drop a little bit lower, possibly to this support, and then go back up to here, somewhere like right there, right? and that's going to be your next indication to sell. Why is it next your indication to sell? Right? Because guess what? You have you have a lot of resistance right there on the stochastic, right? So your entry point would be right here on Tesla on the stochastic, and it also depends on where the price is and stuff. There's a lot of things that come into it, right? But um, right, look at all the market structure. Look at all that, right? So I think an easy call on the weekly would be, hey, you know, it's time to get into Tesla here, depending on where price is. It might bounce from here. It might use previous resistance as support and then run up to this level of 94. And that is your next level to get out of Tesla, right? This would be as soon as Tesla hits this Stoke level, you know, that's when you should actually get out. And now it's time to start taking profit, right? And I'm actually gonna make a video of that for so whoever's in the Patreon, I'm gonna make a video on how you should start, um, on how you should start doing how you should start taking profit based off of the stochastic, because it would definitely help a lot of people. It's very easy to kind of start taking profit at those levels, but we'll go into that a little bit later. But I hope that's like a very simple clarification. Let's see Tesla, please. Oh yeah, I just showed it. Yo, Tony, I sold my doggy and put it into Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean it's not bad, man. It's not a bad play. I think it's pretty good. I think doggy can go lower, but I think the multiple on doggy can definitely be higher than Bitcoin for sure. Let me see. What the heck? Uh, what was I gonna look at? Well, let's look at doggy. Let me see. Doggy looks. Does doggy look horrible? Where's doggy? Daily. Oh yeah, I said yeah. Doggy's gonna go lower. I think doggy's gonna go back to like 15 cents. So if anybody's holding doggy right now, I apologize. I apologize. My cousin got the Gala node. He paid like 20,000 $20,000. He's making a killing on it. He got it when Gala was under like 4 to 5 cents. He probably making $500 daily. Now he has like 80, 90 when it was Jesus Christ, dude. I didn't even know you can do Gala nodes. I'm gonna have to look that up, but that's insane, dude. I didn't even know you can do nodes on Gala like that. That's insane. Yeah, I'm sticking to strong. I like strong. I think the full like I think everything is like super super good on strong. I think they're doing great. So I don't want to put my finger in a bunch of different stuff. I'm probably gonna open more strong nodes. I want to have at least three, and then I'm more than likely gonna try to open at least one node on strong for Polygon for Matic. Um and then there's a couple more that I'm gonna add into. Can you talk about DAOs? Still struggling to understand how they work. I am not the guy that you want to, you know, talk to about DAOs, man. I'm not, you know, I'm so I'll be honest, right? I'm not gonna take hours out of my day to do a bunch of research. I'm not that kind of guy, right? I strictly stick to TA trading and I do my research on DAOs like from other YouTubers. Plenty of people who are much better at explaining things than I am, right? Like I'll teach you how to trade technically. Um, like technicals, like I'm like pretty solid, right? I think I do pretty okay. But as far as like explaining DAOs or explaining projects, you're way better off going to like somebody else, man. Because I'm personally like invested in DAOs, right? But I would not be the person to find out what's going on with all these things and how they work, or like what's going on, stuff like that. Yeah, like I have no idea how these DAOs work. I just know that they make me money, and I'm gonna keep doing them until they go to zero. So, um, yeah. Don't ask me about DAOs. No idea. I'm just gonna buy a whole bunch, take out my initial investment, and then let it ride for like the rest of my life, or until um however long it actually lasts. um Fubo, damn, Fubo looks ugly. Yeah, I mean all these similar plays are hurting, man. Fubo, PLTR, Neo, like these are all going to be hurting pretty bad. Like I would not be buying Fubo right now. I think it's gonna go lower. Yeah, I think Fubo has a really good chance at dropping all the way down to like $9 again. More than likely, like where's really good support? I mean, you're technically on, Fubo's technically on support right now. You're on support. I think next major, yeah, I think next major support is gonna be here. Yeah, so I think if you draw, if you start closing candles under $17, you're dropping all the way to 12.57, and I think that's where, uh, I don't know, you might bounce back. You might see a nice bounce back from here. Let me see, where's it at? You're just kind of trading on range though. Yeah, so here range broke. You don't need that. There's a gap up here. What does the short term do? Yeah, I think. Oh man, yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's gonna go lower. I think you're gonna see. I think you're gonna see. Yeah, I think you're gonna see Fubo at $12 again. The chart looks pretty ugly, to be honest. Definitely would not be surprised. Let me see. Let me see how this played out. Let's see. Let's do this. Yeah, it already hit it. Yeah, I would guess that you're gonna see Fubo down here at like $12.50. It's the same thing with PLTR, right? They're all kind of similar plays. Like they're all kind of like those meme-ish stocks. When are we on the daily? Yeah, see, look at that. You did absolutely nothing on the daily. Your PLTR looks like it's gonna drop down again. Weekly, yeah, the weekly is still on the bear cycle. I'm inclined to think that you're gonna drop, that you're gonna drop lower on PLTR too. I'm not saying that anybody's wondering that, but would not be surprised to see it drop lower. I'd say like rights. Yeah, it's pretty consistent right here. I'd say there's a really good chance at like seeing PLTR follow this trend down this way, right? Because this all this right here, this is just on the assumption that the weekly will close bullish, which it's not, right? It's still on a bear cycle. So yeah, I'd say on the daily, there's a strong chance on PLTR you see you see $15 on PLTR in like another month or so. It's sad, really, because I actually really like PLTR. Did you talk Apple's trend? I walked away. Yeah, dude, that shit's gonna keep blowing up. Yeah, Apple's gonna keep going up, dude. Apple's gonna keep running. I mean, it went. I think in the Telegram stock chat we talked about it going parabolic, right? Pretty sure I talked about that. But yeah, it broke the channel, so it's gonna keep running, man. I think Apple's headed to $200. Dot Polka Dot. Let's see where Polka Dot's at. Where's Polka Dot at? Polka Dot. I mean, if you're gonna accumulate, I'd say do it now. Yeah, what was this recent? Let me see. What retraces that? 618. Yeah. I mean, if you like Polka Dot, I'd say now's a good time. But again, I'd wait for the weekly close, right? So I mean, keep it like I said last time when it closed the weekly. Let me see, where were we? See, the weekly closed. Entry would have been here at $41, right? And then it ran up to 55. But perfect entry would have been a little bit before, like right here. But yeah, I don't know. Polkadot is cool. I like everything about Polkadot. I don't know if I don't know how big it's gonna be in the long run. But I think it's gonna do well. Can you do Shill and Seawar? Shill and Seawar. I mean, it's Shill's probably gonna keep wherever it's at. I know it dropped a lot. I'm still holding a bag of Shill. I think. Yeah, I think I'm still holding a bag of Shill. Yeah, I mean, I don't really need to do TA on this. It's just kind of, it's not gonna do anything unless you see like other bigger unless you see bigger unless you see Bitcoin and Sand and Mana start running, or Mana, whatever. I think it might rally back to like $1, maybe. But it looks ugly though. What is this? Shill? Shill looks kind of ugly right now. Let me see. Yeah, because look at that. You had a bull trigger here, and you've been trading down and sideways. So I think the next time you go bearish, you might see it go even lower. But again, it all depends on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin starts running, everything else is going to start running, right? That's really it. So, Shill, War. I still hold a bunch of War. I'm like down a lot on War, but it's the same thing, the same concept. It's you know doing a little bit of individual like TA for these. It doesn't really work on a bear trend, especially when everything is going down. Like look at that, right? We're on the daily. It would You're almost at a perfect buy-in on War. So if I had extra cash, I would probably be buying as soon as we close a bullish day on War. We take this to the upside, but because you already broke trend, there's a chance that you might actually run to like here and then drop down, right? Strong chance of that happening on War. But it depends on Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin can recover, then great. If Bitcoin does not recover, then everything else is going to dump. It's just how it is. If Bitcoin does not do well, everything else is going to take a shit. It's going to take a shit, right? It's already coming back to retest trend. Look at that. So you just got to wait and see. You just got to wait and see what's going on. Because I mean, doing individual TA for other cryptos is good, but it's always going to be the same thing all the time. Like if Bitcoin is doing crappy, everything else is going to do crappy. Same thing for everything. Actually, you know what? This is kind of scary on Ethereum, because it looks like we're getting a little bit bearish on Ethereum. So it doesn't look that good at all. Let me see. Yeah, Ethereum doesn't look all that good right now, because it's still on that micro trend. Look at that, right? Like it's still on micro trend, and technically, this is the first instance of it actually retesting that trend right there. So I mean, if I had to do something right now, I would probably short Ethereum, which is not good because that means that Bitcoin's probably going to come down too. That's the crappy part. Mana and Sand, yeah. I mean, Mana and Sand look good. They look like entries right now. But again, it's Mana and Sand are only going to do good as long as Bitcoin does good. That's really it. Bro, also there's only gonna be like 100,000 nodes, I believe. Wish I got in on that Gala node. He literally showed me his computer. He's making 80-90 bucks at 7 cents, that bastard. I'm just yeah, dude, these nodes are insane, dude. Like I want to get a bunch of strong nodes. And I think I'm gonna stay on the strong block platform. And I'll look into the Gala stuff. I actually didn't know they had nodes for Gala, but that I actually really like Gala as a project. But so I'll look into it. But I think for now, my goal is to have 10 strong nodes, to be honest. That's what I want. I want to have 10 strong nodes. I'm probably gonna have like I already have 4 helium miners. I'm gonna be buying 2 more. Um, but I think for right now, like the goal is to have as many nodes as I possibly can for strong. Yo, Tony, as of now, it's forming a doji reversal candle at the bottom of this dump. MACD has crossed back under, which is the worst technical for BTC at the moment. Set up for a big move either way. Yeah, it's set up for big things either way. It really just kind of depends. I mean, as of right now, for Bitcoin, I don't want to say I already told you guys I'm not bullish on Bitcoin yet, right? The only way that I'm bullish on Bitcoin, look at that, 4 hour, look at that, 4 hour, 4 hour bear trigger on Bitcoin, right? Look at that. 4 hour bear trigger on Bitcoin, which is not good, right? That's not good. But we did close a weak bear on the week. So that's the first confirmation of what we wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see. And now we gotta wait till next Sunday to see how we close, right? because I only do things based off of confirmation, right? I do not mind adding a bag right now of Bitcoin or like crypto stuff, right? I don't mind adding it back right now just to put in a little bit. I'm not using all of my money. It's just the first confirmation that we wanted to see. If Bitcoin ends up like dumping heavy this week, then there's a very, very strong chance you're gonna see 40K again, right? That's the scary part. There's a very strong chance you're gonna see 40K again on Bitcoin if you see a pretty big dump on on uh on Bitcoin. Boson. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Nice. We retested. Yeah. I mean, I actually thought I was gonna come over here and then over here. I actually thought I was gonna retest like at this. I think I did it like over here, but I think I was gonna like retest here and then do something like that and then something like this and then something like that, whatever. I think Boson is a great project though. I think accumulating Boson right now is fantastic. I think Boson's gonna do really, really well long term. I think it's a solid project. And I would not be surprised. I mean, I'm definitely bullish on Bosan. And it has a really good bullish channel right now. So there's a real, I mean, after here, I can definitely see it running up to like somewhere in this level, right? But yeah, I mean, it already retested trend. Look at that. So I would be accumulating Boson right now. I mean, I think I hold like a small position in Boson, but I should probably buy some today because I think Boson's doing really well. Boson's bullish. I mean, on the weekly, it looks like it's going to be bullish. On the daily, it looks kind of crappy. Would not be surprised to see it trading sideways like this. 4 hour, 4 hours still crappy. 1 hour is crappy-ish still. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, Boson is like a really good long-term project, and TA looks really good. Yeah, I think accumulation right now is pretty solid on Boson. No telling what he's making now at these prices. He's probably making a shit ton of money, dude. He's probably making a lot of money. They aren't 1920K anymore. They go up more. They sell they're only going to be 100K of them. Yeah, they're gonna. I mean, if if there's a cap on how many nodes can be created, it's only going to go up in price because obviously they're kind of scarce, right? Or scarce. Um, what about mana? Yeah, we already talked about mana. Mana's going to go up if Bitcoin goes up. That's like the easy answer right there. How do you go about getting and setting up a strong node? So I'm probably gonna make a video on that. Um, I'm probably gonna make a video of how to set up the strong node because I think it's like the best thing ever, dude. DXY. Whoops. So I'll set up a video because it was oh look at that nice. I was I guess I talked about this back on October. I'm like oh yeah it's gonna keep running up. Yeah, I think it's gonna keep running. There doesn't it doesn't seem like there's any signs of it like really dropping heavily. I mean, you might see it drop to here, maybe back to like $94, but I think for the most part, I think DXY is gonna keep I think it's gonna keep running up. There's a really strong chance of that. The monthly is still bullish. Monthly is still super bullish. DXY. Yeah, I think the dollar is gonna keep going up. Yeah, I mean I think at most you might see it drop to $94, but where are we? I think there's a reason why I put the arrow here. Did I? Yeah, I think the next stop for the dollar is going to be $97. I'm not too bearish on the dollar. I think the dollar is going to keep going up. What does the monthly look like? Monthly looks yeah, it's solid, dude. The monthly's going to keep running. That seems kind of good. Ooh, that's interesting. Super interesting. It's really interesting. Yeah, if it breaks out of this and if it goes back to being bullish, oh, that's not good. Because if the dollar goes up, that means that crypto's going to go down pretty hard. Oof. That's very interesting. So that's so funny that it's in an upward. Super interesting. So that is not good for Bitcoin or any crypto. Actually, thanks a lot for pointing out the dollar, dude. That's kind of scary, actually. When you check out the dollar, when the dollar goes up, BTC goes down. Yeah, the dollar looks like it's gonna keep going up, dude. So thank you for pointing that out. That looks very scary. The dollar looks very scary. I haven't seen the dollar um look this strong in like a very good while. Let me see. Yeah, the dollar looks like it's gonna keep running up. I think it's gonna keep pumping. If it breaks out of this channel, oh dude, I think if it breaks out of here, I think it's gonna go parabolic. And I think you might see it back at like 100 for the dollar, which is not good because then you'll probably see crypto dump or not move as hard as it can. Can you give us any tips for the volume for the daily or the weekly? I don't really use the volume too much on the daily or the weekly or just overall. Um, so I can't really give too many tips on what to do for the volume. Um, I think maybe a different trader, um, what is it called? Maybe a different trader can be like more helpful. Because I don't use the volume at all. I really don't use the volume at all, so I can't even speak on that. But I for the most part, it's just, you know, I know there's like I have a friend who actually uses the volume as like a really good indicator but he has like his own algo like built out, which is like super. It's like he coded it or something, and it's like this weird. It just kind of tracks the volume percentage increase, like a running total of the volume and he does like this weird thing, but and it works out for him really well. But yeah, I don't what is it called? I don't know how to help you out with volume since I don't really trade it all that much, or I don't use it to trade myself. So can't really help you too much on that LSS. Yeah, LSS is dumping hard. I might actually buy some more because I actually bought LSS like at 40 cents. I think I bought LSS here somewhere around here. Where's the weekly? The weekly, yeah, I'm not gonna buy into LSS until I'll buy back into LSS when we close a bull trigger, right? Because last time that we actually closed a bull trigger, we ran up what from here to there. Yeah, I think that's what happened the last time we ran up, right? We did what a full. It was a 600% run, right? So yeah, I would not be getting back into LSS or I would not add it to my position until we have like full confirmation, right? If you got in the first time on the weekly bull trigger, you would have made a 6x in 21 days. Absolutely nuts. BTC is dropping? Fuck. Where's it at? 40. Is it dropping? It's at 49, right? Is it heavy? No, it's not. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't call this a drop. It's just testing. That's exactly what I put, right? We're going to retest trend and then maybe go up. If it breaks trend, that's a different story. If we break trend, we're going down to 48K, at least high 48K. So you got to wait and see, what it's going to do. But look at that though, right? Bear trigger immediately gets canceled by, sorry, bull trigger gets canceled by bear trigger. So that's not good. What does a 5 minute look like? 5 minute, actually, 5 minute looks pretty good. 5 minute looks like it's going to close bullish. So you might actually see it start another run right here. Yeah, so it's not all that bad. If it breaks trend, then I'll be worried. I'm not really worried about Bitcoin going down. That's basically what I thought it was going to do, just retest trend. So it's not really dropping, not all that much. Not good for Bitcoin, bro. If the dollar is going, yeah, the dollar goes up, Bitcoin, it's not good for crypto, honestly. Like it's going to be pretty hard for crypto to move super hard to the upside, which is the crappy part. Gala notes are good, but the rewards aren't as much as strong. Plus, it's a much bigger investment. Yeah, yeah, I know Gala's for the node to be super expensive, but I was sticking with Strong. I think Strong is has a really good future. I think it's, I mean, I think it's just getting. I think 2022 is going to be insanely huge for Strong. So I want to have at least 10 Strong nodes by maybe mid next year. I'm gonna start putting like all the gains that I have from just crypto. I'm gonna start buying Strong nodes. I think it's I think it's doing extremely well, and I'm gonna keep buying strong notes. I think it's gonna be a really, really good like investment. Can you look at Visa? Let me see. Let me check Visa. I haven't seen Visa. Did it run on Friday? Yeah, it did. Yeah, it ran on Friday. Yeah, I knew I saw Visa run. Let me see. Damn, why did all the payments? I mean, it worked for the breakout, but it only touched the first TP. Still did pretty good though. Visa, I would be buying Visa right now, probably. You know, you should be. I mean, I would be buying Visa right now at these prices. I think it's still doing really well. What is long term trend here on Visa? Yeah, Visa's solid. Where would this be at? Here, here. That's a new trend low for Visa. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I would do like that. Oh, yeah. Especially look at the month. The month might be bullish again on Visa, but it's also retesting the bottom side of the trend. Hmm, that's sketchy, dude. That's really sketchy. Because look, on the daily, it looks like it's gonna dump, right? You have the 50 under the 200. You almost have a top on the stochastic. It looks like you're gonna close a bearish day. I don't know if I was gonna be like risky with not risky, but if I was gonna take a position, I'd risk a short right now on Visa. I would probably risk going short. Like I'd probably do this. Like I'd probably take a short here, right? I'd put like a super heavy stop loss, like right there, and I would ride this all the way down to like that order block right there. That's how I would play Visa right now. I'd short it down to back here, down to like 195 again. I would probably short Visa right now. Scary to see. Visa only going up. Probably. Probably. I mean, it probably is only going to go up. Also, no more TikTok, Tony. It's because I keep getting banned, dude. I keep getting banned on TikTok. Anytime I mention crypto or something, I get banned. So I don't even like, what is it called? I don't even I don't even post videos on TikTok because I keep getting banned. And I think if I get banned like a couple more times, then I'm like done with TikTok. So that's why I just kind of focus on like YouTube and Patreon and then like the Telegram chat. So, if for the most part, it's like, if anybody is like asking me about TikTok, I still go on there and comment and stuff, but it's very rare for me to make videos anymore because I get like super easily um what is it called? I'll get like super easily like banned pretty fast from there. Ow, what the hell? Like stepping on like sitting on like my daughter's like like my daughter's stuff. OM die. O OM die. Is that how you spell it? How do you spell it? O M die. OM die. Oh, and Olympus? Oh, Olympus. Olympus Dow. Oh, I think Olympus is gonna run. Looks really good. What the hell? What did I just do? I mean, as of right now, I mean, I would not be surprised if it keeps running down a little bit longer, like something like this, that just trend, and then probably goes back up to like here maybe. Like that wouldn't surprise me at all. What does a daily look like? Yeah, daily list doesn't look all that good. Yeah, I'd say I'm more inclined for it to keep dropping down. But isn't Olympus? Isn't Olympus? You can stake on Olympus, right? Or it's like a DAO too, Olympus DAO. Yeah, so it's not bad. I always see your comments on TikTok. Yeah, I'm still on TikTok. I just don't post anything because I get banned pretty easily, which is the bad part. What's going on with the Fed? We have like 6% inflation for November. I think inflation plays a big part um, for specific things, which raise up the price, which raises up the inflation number. Um, in the beginning, it wasn't so worrisome because you had high inflation for like cars and like travel and stuff. But now, like you're really starting to see inflation on groceries and food and everyday stuff like that, which now it's extremely now it's time to worry because inflation is actually starting to be pretty noticeable on everyday merchandise, which is the very, very, very worrisome part for me. Um, because inflation is not necessarily bad. It's bad when it starts hitting you when you can notice it. That's when you know inflation is getting bad and more than likely will keep getting worse. The Twitter traders are buying all over Discord, bro. They're buying what are they buying? Stay lifted. Can you chart Visa and how do you check? Oh, Twitter traders are buying OM Olympus Dow. Is that that's the one, right? Can you do AVAX? I mean, AVAX is going to go up. I like AVAX. I think AVAX is doing really well. I'm actually going to be ending the chat in a bit because my wife actually just got home, and I got to go help her out because she's still in the car with my daughter. Yeah, AVAX looks good, but again, crypto is not going to run by itself, right? You need Bitcoin to start running up. If Bitcoin does not run up, then everything else is going to fall. That's just how it is, right? If you see Bitcoin drop hard, everything else is going to drop hard. That's just the way it is. So I mean, if you guys, yeah, crypto's doing a nice little drop right there. Um, Not crypto, but Bitcoin. Look at that. Yeah, if you break trend, all bets are off, and you're dropping all the way down to under 49K. But again, if you want, TA is cool, but um, what do you think about Apple, Tony? I think it's going to keep going up. I think Apple keeps going. Strong nodes are 4,000. No, I think strong nodes right now are closer to 5K. Strong. Strong right now is 430. Yeah. Yeah, they're 4,000 bucks. 4,000. I'm probably going to buy another one, to be honest. I'm probably going to buy another strong node soon. But I think there's a possibility that it goes lower. So I'm not going to be buying yet. I'll probably buy if it touches like 425 again, more than likely. Um, I think it's going to run up again. But then if it breaks trend, then it's going back to like 258 or something, which is scary. Um, but yeah, as of right now, everything looks kind of funky. So, we'll see what's going on. We'll see what's going on. But with that being said, I think I'm gonna end the chat there because I am gonna go hang out with the wife. They are home. I'm gonna go, do all that good stuff, help her out because I think our baby is sleeping and she's still in the car, so I'm gonna go help her out. So I will see all of you guys later. What is it called? Thank you everybody as always for coming on the chat. Thank you to Danny and Flair for always coming on too. We'll see what's going on with everything. Especially, I did not see that the dollar was so high up, and I completely forgot that I forecasted that it was going to keep running, which is not good for crypto at all. But we'll see what's going on. I'll keep making more videos. Thank you everybody for joining. Everybody have a great weekend, and I will see you guys on the next live, hopefully next weekend. If you guys want to join the Patreon for like all the indicators and more fun stuff, feel free to join. Um, I always forget to put the link and stuff, so I'll probably put it later or something. But you can always just go to patreon.com and then type in my name, but I'm not a trader. And I should more than likely show up. But yeah, thank you guys as always for coming on. Always appreciate everybody taking the time out of their day to watch me just do regular stuff and just like, talk for like an hour and a half. So that's always pretty fun, man. It's still crazy to think that, um, this whole YouTube and TikTok and all this stuff started like a year ago, and it's where it's at now, right? And even then, I still think it's pretty small, right? Like I still think there's a lot of like a lot more that can happen on the upside, which is insane. Like even now, like having more than one subscriber is absolutely insane to me. But um, that's probably like a video on itself. So I'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend, everybody. Super fun to always have you guys on, and for everybody that's still on, everybody that's on the Patreon and stuff, I'll still be on the Telegram chat. Um, what is it called? Later today, possibly. But I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.